they say, oh yeah, you should learn to live with your fears by exposing yourself to what you're afraid
I mean, it's kind of fun to go.
Well, I
shoot
expose
it.
myself all the time. But I
I
don't
did
think
that with birds.
Not that kind.
I did
of
that with
birds.
birds. I'm not as bad with birds as I used to be, but guns, no. I shot a gun.
Was this recently?
No, this was when I was like 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
I was out at my grandpa's farm, and my dad gave me a gun. It wasn't like, here, have a gun.
Was it like a rifle?
It was a pistol.
Okay.
Some kind of pistol. I don't know.
Like a revolver?
Maybe. I don't know. It might have been a little extreme for my first time, though, I think, because it kicked back on that
357 Magnum and pistol whipped her in the
whatever
goddamn face.
Colt, I don't know what the hell was it. I know that it had a lot of kickback on it.
Yeah, probably a revolver.
I shot it, and it was like
Here, your first time shooting. Here's this Desert Eagle.
Oh,
right. There's a Desert Eagle with
like
a
the
calico
gunpowder, I guess, the spark that you see when you shoot it, like the red flame.
That sounds like a 357
the
Magnum.
red flames of death, and then that, and like the noise, and then the kickback, and I literally
That's a fucking 357
Yeah,
Magnum.
I didn't straight up pee my pants, but I did squirt a little bit.
Squirt a little poop.
Like I dribbled.
She was leaving the scene of the accident.
That got real fast. That got real so fast.
It's true. I'm not embarrassed to admit it. I kind of piddled a little bit in my pants. I shot it.
So it wasn't a poop accident.
No, pee. I peed. It scared the shit out of me. And I peed.
Well, the shit stayed in her, but she peed a little bit.
And I'm like, oh my god, and I'm flailing my arm around, and my dad's like, whoa, everybody down, because I was just like, ah. And,
the flailing
like
gum.
she was selling
Yes.
used cars.
Yes.
She's a little the floatable air guy going.
She was
Oh,
selling
God.
used cars.
And we're not advertising for Carvana.
That just made my fear of guns just compounded it.
I think we should take her to a shooting range.
Yeah, I think we should too.
We
can record it.
Need wants to take me to a shooting. He's been
We
telling
need
me
some
he
video
wants to teach
content.
me to shoot.
We'll go out the shoot straight about 20 minutes away from here.
God.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we need some. We need some video.
It's an easy way to like. I know your dad probably had good intentions,
That's
but
my own private hell. No, I did shoot a crossbow though.
You're
I
right
was
with
about
the
to say
bow and
you
arrow?
could totally go bow hunting.
That was fun.
I don't think she likes to hurt animals either.
No,
she's
I
not.
don't.
She's not like a bow hunter.
But do you eat meat?
Yeah.
It just got really dark in here.
My lantern turned off.
The lantern has turned off.
I like that song.
What?
You should record that.
What?
The lantern song.
What lantern song?
You just sang it. It was awesome.
The lantern has turned off. I'm gonna start.
Ooh, another one.
That sounds so good in the headphones, man. You have no idea. Yeah.
Oh, sexy! I have my voice back. It only took about 167,000 packs of cigarettes to finally get the rocks in my mouth. Guns and you peeing and pooping yourself.
Yeah. All right. No, I don't want to talk about guns. I mean, you guys can. I'm just not going to be very vocal.
Well,
I'm not going to be.
I would say that I don't know what the answer is to that question that you asked.
Like you don't. Okay.
What should they do about all these
No.
school
It's just
shootings
how do
and
you
everything?
feel about like guns that are extremely semi-automatic? You know, which really portray like a high rate of fire.
I think there's a mental health problem.
You sound like Marco Rubio.
I also think that 17-year-olds shouldn't be able to go buy guns.
Yeah, no shit.
Like I just watched a video on YouTube of like some kid going to a gun show.
Yeah.
And getting a rifle, no problem.
Yeah, and they're only like $300.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And looking at all like the modifications and stuff that you can get to it, like you can't buy
Well, at
the
least
stock
Donald
rifle with the
Trump,
modifications.
He
but
banned bump stocks, which made semi-automatic
well,
rifles
he didn't ban it.
automatic.
He was vocal about his.
Well, he talked to Jeff Sessions
that he wants to do
about banning bump stocks.
that's super cool.
So that's something.
Ban an accessory for a rifle. How about we minimize the clip size so that anytime
It doesn't matter what the clip size is because you can
if
just
you're doing
drop
forced
a clip,
reload,
put it in. It doesn't take long to reload.
But in that time frame, that it could
doesn't
also
matter
be the
how-
end of the shooting.
It doesn't matter how big
Okay.
your magazines are. If you're shooting up a place full of kids and people who aren't equipped to deal with that kind of situation, you're gonna.
Side note: the most recent news that I've heard about this shooting is the on-staff resource officer ran away.
No way.
Yeah. He has since resigned. But that is the most recent news that I've heard of this shooting.
Well, I mean...
It's horrible.
What a human piece of shit.
It's pretty sad that we're having to talk about arming teachers.
I don't think it's going to happen because even Michael Rubio is like, no, man, that's a bad idea. That's...
The kids need to feel safe.
Yeah, I like the response of one of the girls. Hey, should we start pushing more money into schools so we can get Kevlar walls?
Listen, I honestly wouldn't care if I was growing up and the teacher was armed. I
wouldn't either.
It wouldn't bother.
But we also come from
and I am terrified of guns.
We're also like in a different type.
Oh shit, we have one new post like.
Oh, one new post like.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I personally don't really care about the weapon itself, but going out to... Because guns to some people are like collecting Furbies back in the day. You know what I mean? It's like a collection. Or it's like you collecting Star Wars gear. Or it's like, for some people, that is their hobby, is that firearms. And,
This is America.
This is America. But I don't think that you should be able to sell an extremely high-powered rifle, of all things, at a gun show without any kind of background thing. I mean, the kid was fucked up, dude. He had 39 counts of calls from the police to come to his house. His mom knew that he was completely...
Reported to the FBI twice.
Yeah, he was flagged. It's just like unfucking believable how...
Just get a gun that easy.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we should kind of end Trump.
Well, wait, I got something.
Okay, what do we got from Guba?
You just talked about Furbies.
That was like the first artificial intelligence that you could bring home.
I thought that was like Tamagotchi.
Are you talking about those little...
They're making Tamagotchis
No,
again.
Furbies were big.
My favorite thing in the
Teddy
world.
Ruxpin was one of the first.
Oh, Teddy Ruxpin. I still own one.
Teddy Ruxpin played tapes.
Yeah.
It was still an AI,
Furby
though.
would learn from you and learn English. At first, it would speak Furby, and
I
then
never had one. I don't know too much about it, but
you
okay.
teach it things.
The reason why that caught my attention, Furby.
Please tell me it has something to do with microwaves.
Has to do with Furbies.
And microwaves?
Jesus.
Do you not listen?
God. So no, I was in one of my YouTube things where you watch something and then it segues to something else, and then before you know it, you're watching somebody play an organ of Furbies.
Oh yeah, I watched that. I sent that to you.
You saw that?
I didn't watch it. I was actually too terrified to watch it.
It's this British guy who makes an organ. He is an electronics person with a keyboard, and he hardwires like 40 Furbies
God, this is fucking
into
terrifying.
this electronic keyboard, and he overrides it to where it changes their vocal pitches and they do things. And the man is playing a keyboard of Furbies.
Keyboard Furbies.
Yes.
Oh my fucking God.
Yes.
It has a lot of views.
It's crazy. I watched this literally like 3 days ago.
This is fucking terrifying.
Are we gonna...
Man redefines horror by building a singing Furby.
I think you're gonna have to fast forward that a little bit.
Save that picture and send it to me on Messenger.
You have to watch this, Aaron, when you get a chance. We don't have to play it now.
No, I don't want to play it now.
But
But you can look it up by searching "Man redefines horror."
We'll
by
put the
building
link
a
up.
singing Furby.
Copy the link and send me the link.
That's
as
what
well.
I'm going to send you.
I'm sorry that I always end up having some weird thing to tie stuff back to when you guys talk. But
I'm so glad that we are able to
him once. He just never looked at it.
I couldn't. I am terrified of Furbies. The only Furby video that I like.
I read the title. I was like, yes, I got to see this.
The only thing that I like about Furbies is when you put them in the microwave. Have you ever seen a video of a Furby in a microwave?
No.
It is like, again, referencing to Indiana Jones. It is fantastic.
It's furry and bubbly and taps on glass. A Furby in the microwave.
Also, my new fascination is things being compressed under heavy-duty weights. Have you seen those?
That, yeah.
Oh, man. I love it.
I like watching some weird shit.
What I like to do is go on like YouTube journeys where I'll
We've talked about this before. Brennan the shaman and his YouTube journeys.
Yeah, I pull up YouTube and I search for a song, and then I only watch songs that come up as recommended videos on the right side. Yeah. And then by the end, like I'm like discovering all this new shit that I had no idea.
But I'm telling you, you're in one of those YouTube voids where you're like, this video led
hours.
to this, to this, to this. I do that shit with Wikipedia too.
Yeah.
I'll end up having like 25 tabs of Wikipedia. I'll end up reading about the whole entire fucking Ming Dynasty by the time I fall asleep.
And
I'm like, I just learned about the
and you
history
were
of
searching
Charlemagne.
like English
Charlemagne.
food.
Yeah, it's like, how the hell, about the whole Genghis Khan family, like in one night.
Shit.
Just
Interesting fact about Genghis Khan.
it's true.
Interesting fact about Genghis Khan's DNA is likely in all
Of us right now.
all of that area. Like,
no, it's like
he
more than that.
fucked
It's like
so many people.
It's like 67% of people have
Who, the Khan of Khans?
like they're descendants of
Genghis Khan.
Did you all watch
He
that
slept
show
with so many women.
Marco Polo on Netflix?
I did. That is just a giant
No, I
long
didn't.
fuck fest, and that never came out with a new season. I'm
Oh,
mad.
you're talking? No, it's 2 seasons.
It's 2 seasons, but it's not over.
I never watched I didn't watch the second one.
It was good. It was really good.
It's just like the Genghis Khan orgy.
It's like softcore porn.
It was.
Guys, I got a confession. So I started a movie the other
This
day,
is
and
his confession.
Rolling the drums, these are my confessions.
Sorry, I want to play a song. We need a new segment called Aaron's Confession.
Aaron's confessions. So I did it. A long time ago, watched at least 2 hours of 50 Shades of Grey. And I just re-upped
and
my
I genuinely
HBO.
liked it.
No, I don't remember what happened because I didn't care that much. It was more of like, I'm going to sit and stare at my Sprint phone. That's how long ago it was, is that I was on my Sprint phone, which I haven't had in like 8 years. Wait, does that sound right?
Why would you call it your Sprint phone? You're making up too many details. You're making this story up.
I'm not making it up. I mean, I watched 50 Shades of Grey. There's part of me that's dying telling you this. I mean,
I was on my Sprint phone. You were not on a phone, bro. You were not on a phone.
My hand was on my crotch. I'm sorry.
You were jacking off the whole time.
So, and I recently, yesterday, I had a giant migraine in the morning, and I had to go to work later that day. And I re-upped my HBO subscription, and they've got 50 Shades Darker. I watched like 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, why have I done this to myself? It's because I see it at work every day. I see the goddamn book.
Why do they keep making these fucking movies, though?
I think the newest one is the last one, I hope. But anyways, I'm watching this, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't like myself. I feel bad about myself.
I feel dirty.
I feel dirty. And not like I'm in an airplane and everybody can see that I'm reading 50 Shades Darker. I just feel bad because I'm by myself, and I don't respect myself to watch the rest of the movie.
But it's worse. These movies are garbage, but the books are such garbage. Like, I've never read a whole entire book, but I've like seen little excerpts of it online. It's like a 6th grader wrote an erotic, and then he touched my boob and I quivered. It's like an amateur.
I casually fondled the tip of his penis.
I like the build-up. That was so much
like
build-up.
Electricity in my loins. It's like an amateur, like a 6th grader wrote a Harlequin novel.
What's
so
up,
bad.
boys? You feeling dirty yet?
It's so bad, and then they put it on screen, and it's just why the.
The dialogue in it is just as bad as the.
It's garbage.
It is total
Absolute
shite.
garbage.
It is absolute shite.
No, you couldn't pay me to watch that shit.
But I felt bad about myself watching it. I was like,
you should.
I was like, how can this young girl that I watched?
Did you take a shower
Brennan.
after you watched
Brennan.
it?
Look up the actress from 50 Shades of Grey and tell me like her
Johnson.
first movie.
It's Dakota Johnson.
I know. I want to know. Was it Finding Harriet or?
What the hell are you talking about?
She was a detective when she was really young. She's like 6 years old, and now her next
Harriet the Spy?
Harriet the Spy.
No, she's not Harriet.
That's Dakota Fanning. It's not the same Dakota. God damn it! I thought I was going to drop an interesting
Dakota
fact.
Johnson. Is it Dakota Johnson?
I don't know.
She's,
I don't.
she's Don
Never mind.
Johnson.